This study holds the secret to the baseball swing. In 2017, David Mann out of Vrije University in Amsterdam discovered that a disproportionate number of the best hitters of all time were dominant in their lead arms. The reason for this is that the best hitters pull more with their lead side and push less with their back arm. That's really the key to a great swing. Conventional instruction is being thrown off right now because they're following the method of the best hitter in the major leagues, Aaron Judge, who just so happens to also be the largest and strongest hitter who's ever stepped into a major league batter's box. He can get away with much less than ideal mechanics. Instead, you should be paying attention to what we see from the best pound-for-pound hitters of all time, past and present. And what we see from them are signs of utilizing more lead side pull and less back arm push. There's a simple way to learn how to utilize more lead side pull. Let's talk about the first step now. One of the most important things you can do to improve your lead side pull is to simply swing with just your lead arm. Here I have a 30-inch bat, so it's providing a little bit of heaviness, but not too much. And the thing I want you to pay attention to when swinging with just the lead arm is really the transition. We are all so conditioned to fire out, to go too quickly through the kinetic chain when it passes through our shoulders. So what we tend to do is jerk the bat this way, pushing the arm, flexing the wrists, and making the whole swing tight. So what I want you to think about when you're swinging with just the lead arm is that transition point, getting it to where you engage the lead side shoulder by almost giving it a free ride with the rotating torso. So as I come back here, I'm taking sort of a backswing, and I'm using that to kind of connect the arm to the shoulder rotation. My left shoulder is a little bit weak because I had an injury on it when I was really young. It was one of my first injuries. It was a weightlifting injury, and I was doing behind the neck shoulder military press. Not a good exercise, and I was using too much weight, and it messed up my left shoulder. So I do kind of a slow transition where my arm is pretty bent because my shoulder just can't handle too much weight. I also go, like I said, really slowly comparatively to other people. So here's what my movement looks like. So what I'm trying to feel here is just really give myself time as I transition here and wait and slowly accelerate. For me, that just is what works, again, because of my shoulder strength is not really what it should be. Some of you guys may feel something different. Some of you guys may be able to go quicker there. The key is I want you to feel somewhat of a connection of the shoulder to the rotating torso so it catches that free ride at the start, and accelerate somewhat slowly. Don't rush it, because if you rush it, it'll start to look like this. You'll flex your arm and shoulder and you'll push out. But if you give it that free ride, then you'll see that you're doing it right, because you'll be able to make consistently square contact. That's the biggest thing you'll notice off a tee. And you can see I'm thrusting into the hit. All I'm focused on is utilizing my lead side. Not like this and pushing out, but giving it time to kind of connect back here and then slowly slinging the arm and bat through. That one felt a little rushed still, even though I'm focused on it. That felt better. I don't really care what your stride is. I don't care how much your head moves. I don't care about all these conventional things, how much your shoulder flies open. Conventional instruction has tried to convince you guys that you have to think about 10, 15 different things in a 1-second movement. You don't. You need to get one thing right, and that is utilize more lead side pull. When you do that, the structure of your swing completely changes. And the first step to doing that in the lead arm progression is exactly what I'm doing here, which is just swing with just the lead arm. Figure out what structure wants to be made when you utilize more lead side pull. Again, transfer from backswing to forward swing slowly. And you'll want to do this when swinging with just the lead arm. And what that does is it sets you up for a lead side dominant action. But in doing so, it allows the barrel to get out into the zone while you are able to stay well connected. It's just a better way of swinging a baseball bat. It just works better than doing more of what we tend to do, which is this, or even this. I mean, just a little bit of it makes your swing much worse. You need to transition to let it gather, connect almost to the rotating torso, and then slowly, somewhat slowly, and everyone's going to be a little different in their cadence. If you're stronger in the lead arm, you probably can transition a lot faster, but somewhat slowly start to accelerate until you're moving really quickly, more or less at and after contact. I mean, when I do this, it is such a different feeling than the conventional swing. And I spent years of my life really honing what they want you to do in convention. And it's not just about swinging down or swinging up. I mean, we should not congratulate ourselves in swing instruction because we figured out that swinging up is better than swinging down. That's not a big step in the evolution of our understanding of swing mechanics. It won't really do all that much at all to improve a player's hitting. What really improves it fast is utilizing more lead side pull, which, by the way, makes you swing up a little bit more naturally. Love the sound of that bat smacking the ball. It's such a crack, isn't it? I miss wood. I'm not trying to force any sort of stretch or anything like that. I'm only focused on saying, how can Jamie utilize more of his lead side? The lead side, the upper back, the shoulders of the lead arm. How can I utilize that more so that I ensure that the kinetic chain is moving up and into that? That is what we're skipping in today's instruction. We're skipping, and especially with the snap it approach, you're literally not paying any attention to how that chain is moving through the shoulders. In fact, it's not moving, it's skipping the shoulders. You're just going from here straight to wrist and doing that, you're missing out on so much power. You're going to hit weak. You're going to tend to hit weak balls the other way.